Welcome, I am Chimmy, but today we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to look at, sort of part of the storyline of Iron Maiden's Legacy of the Beast game. And I may or may not be covering the story, I don't know, it depends what I feel like. So in the game, they had this one event called Set's Betrayal, the Egyptian god Set. And it's sort of interesting because it looks more into the story of what happens after the clairvoyant and Eddie left the Kingdom of Sands. But luckily I took a screenshot of it before the event was over. The way it was written makes it seem like it was the point of view of Set, which is sort of interesting, so let's dive into that. All was going according to plan. Horus was easily manipulated, as he always was, to accept the power of the Master from the fallen star. The pair of Eternals, thinking that bringing Set to his senses was all that they needed to do. Now this sounds like something Eddie and the Clairvoyant did before they left to the next level, or whatever you want to call it. While many evil creatures were defeated by the Eternals in their quest, the real impact was more important: the weakening of rival gods. With the Eternals gone, it was but a simple matter to subjugate the defeat of the gods so that the betrayer could rule the land in the manner he deemed fit. Okay, so I'm not sure if this is either Set or the Uncreator. If you don't know who the Uncreator is, then read the 5th comic of the Iron Maiden Legacy of the Beast comic book. All was going according to plan, but then one of the Eternals returned, the undead one. Now this is important. It's alluding to the fact that Eddie is not with anyone, the Clairvoyant or the Alchemist. So for some reason he's come back. I'm not sure if they're going to put this little piece of info into any further comic books. We'll just have to see. There's also another piece of important information. This could be Set's point of view, but he calls him the Undead One. So obviously alluding to Eddie. Now why would this be important? I mean, we've seen Eddie killed and lobotomies and everything else past the years, but he either said this is his point of view, or he said, hey Anubis, is this guy undead or not? And he goes, yeah, it is. And I'll tell you why, because now we could put Eddie into a category, or closer to putting him into a category. Anyways, the undead one that fought for freedom, he who had an uncanny attraction to righting the wrongs across time and space, and he had heading toward this very temple. Okay, now the dialogue changes to somebody else. In the dark corner of the Kingdom of Sands, Set waits. Wow, Eddie has come a long ways from Iron Maiden and Killers. I mean, righting the wrongs? Wow, who is this guy? Anyways, thanks for watching, and please try out the game. I personally think it's really fun.